Hey guys, this is Aniket. Today, as you would know, we complete 12 years of the IPL. It's been 12 years since the first match of the first IPL happened. और मेरे यूनिवर्सिटी एग्ज़ाम्स को हर साल स्क्रू अप करने के सिवा आईपीएल ने और भी काफ़ी सारी मेमोरीज छोड़ी हैं मेरी ज़िंदगी में. तो मैंने सोचा कि आई पुट देम टुगेदर इन अ लिस्ट एंड टॉक यू थ्रू देम. दे नॉट नेसेसरली मोमेंट्स दैट हैपेंड ऑन द फील्ड. ऑब्वियसली देयर इज अ कनेक्ट ओवर देयर, but things that I have been a witness to, things that I have seen on the ground or on TV, things that have happened around me. I'm just trying to put that together, and I thought I'll share with all of you. So the first one is from the first day of the IPL. All of us know about the Brandon McCullum innings. We've all seen it multiple times. We have rejoiced it, and perhaps that's that's something that redefined T20 cricket and cricket in general all across the world. पर मेरे पापा क्रिकेट कोच हुआ करते थे यार. और बचपन से पापा ने ना बड़ा ही स्ट्रिक्ट सा एक रिजीम था कि सीधा खेलना है और वी में खेलना है और नीचे खेलना है. और मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा डरता था पापा से. एज अ कोच ही वॉज रियली रियली अथॉरिटेटिव एंड ही वॉन्टेड द बेस्ट फॉर अस. बट या बिसाइड द पॉइंट, एट 17-18 यू डोंट रियली हैव द सेंसिबिलिटी टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. तो मैकलम की इनिंग्स देखी और पापा हमेशा बोलते थे कि बेटा आड़ा नहीं मारना है, और अगर आड़ा मारने में आउट हो गए तो फिर तो ग्राउंड के बाहर मतलब मिलना मत. इतना खौफ हुआ करता था. तो 158 मारा और उस दिन पापा का मूड थोड़ा अच्छा था. तो मैंने धीरे से बोला कि पापा देखो, आईपीएल में पहले मैच में तो आड़ा मार के कोई 158 बना गया. And my father wasn't very happy with it, but my mother and I really had a jolly time laughing about it. And that went on for a while, where I cited the example of McCullum really slogging his way through to 158 and playing perhaps the most momentous knock even till date. I know Gale outscored him. Gale scored 175, but I think McCullum's 158 still is edged in my head, and the Ada batting that happened in the process. The second moment comes from the 2013 IPL game between CSK and RCB. And RCB at bat first, they had scored 165, and chasing down, CSK kind of stumbled like they usually do, till there was a phase where Dhoni and Badrinath kind of steadied the ship, and then Jadeja came in. The last over from RP Singh, CSK needed 16, and it came down to 2 of 1 ball. और मुझे काफ़ी क्लियरली याद है, हम सब हमारे एक दोस्त के घर में विजयनगर में बैठ के मैच देख रहे थे. एंड this is during a phase where we used to contemplate ourselves being cricketing elites. So T20 cricket is just masala cricket, और टेस्ट मैच में ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है. तो उस फेज़ के बीच में थे, बस 7-8 लोग थे हम लोग. और हमारा एक दोस्त था अरुण, वो काफ़ी एक्साइट हो गया. तो आखिरी the last ball that RP Singh bowled, Jadeja had to score 2 runs, and he got caught at third man, but it was a no ball, so they won with a ball to go. And TP, Arun, my friend Arun TP, who kind of was sitting with us, he jumped up in joy, lost his lungi in the process, but he kept dancing. And it wasn't a very appealing sight for us, but I still काफ़ी ज़्यादा edged है मेरे दिमाग में कि the unbridled joy that some of these IPL moments brought us was just unparalleled. Same year, IPL final, we had this hostel reunion in Mumbai, and I was sitting in Gokul watching the IPL final between Mumbai Indians and CSK. उसके जस्ट पहले थोड़ी स्पॉट फिक्सिंग वाला स्कैंडल आया था. तो वेरी सर्कमस्पेक्ट, एंड आफ्टर KKR देयर वाज दिस emotion in me that I was a big Dhoni fan, so I wanted CSK to win. So I was sitting in Gokul, and I'd completely forgotten that I was in Gokul, or as in the presence of basically Mumbai Indian fans. So CSK start their chase of what was a small modest chase of less than 150, and they lose their first wicket of Hasi for 2. Raina goes at 2 as well. Then Badrinath goes at 3. And the whole place around me is erupting. And I'm thinking, why is everyone anti-Chennai over here? I just didn't get it until my friends kind of shook me up and he said कि boss, Bombay में है, Bombay पहला IPL title जीतने वाला है. It was a great emotion to be. I know it was nothing compared to the 2011 World Cup win, but the emotion on Marine Drive that day was spectacular, and was really really nice for me to experience that. I kind of really savor those experiences for myself that I have managed to experience over time. Much closer to now, I think in 2018, Rishabh Pant went absolutely berserk against Sunrisers Hyderabad in a match in Kotla. And I was there, I was watching the match with Arunima and Gulam, who are like family to me. And there was this set of Delhi guys who were sitting right in front of me, and they're quintessential Delhi guys. They're just जितना दिल्ली हो सकता है ना, जितना भी मैंने 10-11 साल में देखा है, वो उतना दिल्ली थे. तो एक तो उन्होंने 3-4 लोगों से पहले ही भसड़ कर ली थी थोड़ी सी, हाँ थोड़ी झगड़े वगड़े हो चुके थे ऑलरेडी. एंड देन व्हेन पंत स्टार्टेड टू हिट, they came up with this catchphrase which is stuck with me still. As in, you know, every time I see Pant batting or someone going ballistic on the cricket field, I remember what that guy kept repeating that day, and which was "Kutta bana dega." In his very typical North Indian thick tone, he kept saying "Kutta bana dega, Pant, Kutta bana dega." And even now, when I see a match and I see someone going absolutely ballistic, and it might be from a different country or it can be someone who is not Pant for sure, I keep remembering कि उस दिन पंत ने काफ़ी सारे बॉलर्स को कुत्ता बना दिया था. नो रिलेशन टू वट एज एन what was happening on the pitch or how Pant was playing, how others were faring around him. Kutta bana dega just has stuck with me over time. My final memory in this list is from 2019, last year's IPL final, which is so far the last match that IPL has witnessed, because this season has kind of been deferred. So I made my way all the way to Hyderabad to watch the IPL final. It was like a bucket list that I wanted to check off. And when Chennai were batting, Chennai were expected to win. Again, Bombay had not posted a great total, a mammoth total. So one Watson was doing really well. And when Chennai was batting, it was unreal for me to witness this thing around me in a stadium, that even though Dhoni didn't score much, by the way, he got run out by this excellent throw by Ishan Kishan. Irrespective of Dhoni getting out, everyone around me seemed to favor the team that Dhoni represents, where they kept saying कि धोनी की टीम जीतेगी. And when it came down to 2 of 1 ball with Malinga bowling to Shardul Thakur, everyone kept saying that CSK would win. And I kept thinking that was perhaps, as in, you know, the whole resolve of CSK as a whole that they have. But while I was walking out, and that has stuck with me throughout, how one person's charm, how the amount of trust that people have in one person, the whole franchisee, the whole set of fans have one single person, was enormous for me that day, because Dhoni didn't do anything on that day, at least in the chase. But everyone kept saying that, you know, Dhoni ki team hai yaar, jeet jayegi pakka, Dhoni ki team. I've never seen that kind of reliance ever in world cricket. I can't remember anyone being that influential in the chase. Perhaps Virat is a better chaser than Dhoni, to be honest, isn't, you know, but, and records speak for themselves. But the kind of assurance that we have every time Dhoni is on the pitch while batting in the second innings of a match is unreal, and I think that particular IPL experience has stuck with me as well. So those were my 5 IPL experiences, and as my as a lot of my friends would know, I would associate myself with quizzing. So I will leave you with a quiz question at the end, and it would be really nice if some of you can answer that question in the comments below. So there was one particular player who has won IPL back to back in 3 seasons with 3 different teams. So only one player has ever won the IPL in back to back 3 seasons with 3 separate teams. I would want you to name him for me. Thank you so much, guys. Stay safe, stay home.